lanes on the left. All right. So we have to choose irrelevant since they're no longer relevant to the eco car, in which it is just following this sign here. Okay. I hope everyone understood that one. And it goes the same with this one. If you see the example here, let's say is this the eagle lane, and then we have here on the left the adjacent left lane, and then this one on the right, adjacent right, and then this one here would be non-relevant or irrelevant on there. Okay. All right. So another example here. So if you noticed here, you can also check this one out in the instructions. I just pasted this one here. Okay, so if you notice for this one here, there's a sign here, right? In which, let's say, this is facing that way, this side. So that would be a no, because you don't know which lane is it relevant to, but it's not for the eco car, that's for sure. So let's say it's facing this way towards the eco car. So that's safe to say it's not relevant for the eco car, since the eco car for this example here is on the rightmost lane. Okay. So for this example here, this is actually almost the same as this one. This one here. All right. So for this one, it's just that there are more signs that are appealing or relevant to the ego car rather than the previous example. So if you see it here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signs seen on this example. So the ego car is on the middle lane for this case, right? So we need to identify which signs are relevant to the ego car. All right, so if, for this one here, if you see this one on the left side, this would be for the adjacent left. And then same goes for the other side for the adjacent right. So since for this one here in the middle, it should be, this is safe to say, this should be for the trajectory of the ego car, in which this should be, or we should choose the attribute ego car for this one. All right, and then the other two signs are actually for the cars that on this one, on this road. Okay, so we can have them also choose ego as attribute. Okay. All right, so next example here. So if you see it here, there are a couple of X's here, which these are not to be annotated. So we need to ignore these signs. And then we have to focus on these signs here. This ones. This is actually the same with this one. All right, the same type of signs. All right, so for this one, this is pertaining to ego car. So let's say choose ego attribute for this one, and then we have the next one. So this next one here is blank. We're not able to identify if it's sign or not. So since it's black out, so there's no sign shown there, we have to move on to the next one. So for this sign here, with the green arrow pointed here, this should be adjacent left. And then for the next one, which is the one over here, the third sign, this is already not relevant to the ego car. So we need to choose non-relevant. Right? So non-relevant for the gantries on the other side, which is this one here. And then the adjacent left lane on the left side of this side. Okay. All right. Right. So next slide. Under relevance still. So proceed here for cases where there is an intersection and we do not know yet where the current direction where your vehicle is going. And then you just have to put it like this example here. All right, so the green line behind the eagle vehicle represents the boundary line, right? Like this one here, or this one here. Eagle vehicles do not go beyond it yet for the scene, so the two front traffic signs will then not be relevant, right? So not relevant. Okay, I hope that's understood. And also, the right side traffic sign is not relevant as well. This one. You see, there's a small green arrow sign here. It's not relevant as well. Okay, I hope that's understood by everyone. So, another graph is this one here. So if it's still here, and the Eagle car still did not cross this line over here, these signs here, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, you see it here on this example, these are not relevant to the Eagle car. Okay? Alright. So for this example, the next one here, for cases where there is an intersection and the Eagle vehicle is in the center already of the intersection, and we know it is going straight, then pull it like this. Put it like this, right? The green line represents the boundary lane or line. The Eagle vehicle is already beyond it and is going to a straight direction. So the two front traffic signs will then be Eagle relevant, but the right side traffic sign is not. Alright, so this one. It's referring to this one. Okay, so these two over here, these are the only ones relevant to the Eagle car. So this would, for this case, you would have to choose attribute Eagle for this one, for these two signs. And then for this one here on the right, it's not relevant. So you have to choose not relevant, non-relevant to these. All right, next, for this case, when there is an intersection and the Eagle vehicle is in the center already of the intersection and we know it's going to the right side. So for this one, this is going to the right side. The Eagle car is going to turn right, right? So the green line represents, yes, again, the boundary line. And then the Eagle vehicle is already beyond it. And then it's going to turn in the right direction. So the two front traffic signs will then be non-relevant. So this one, these signs here will be non-relevant. All right, and then the right side traffic sign will be set to feature Eagle until the Eagle is on the road, where the sign here is intended for, or the lane where the sign stands out. Okay. All right. So I hope that's understood. So if you see the graph here, the Eagle car is going to turn right. So this one would be future Eagle, and then the other two signs here, it's pertaining if to the Eagle car if it's going straight, since for this case turning right. So these two signs will be not relevant or no relevant. All right. And then for the next frame here, for next example here, for cases like this, so if you see it here, the Eagle car is here on the frame, first frame, and then on the second frame, it's already here on this road here, where this side, this one here, this side, where this one, So it's pertaining to this one. So you would have to choose either relevant for this one, since it's already on the road where the sign is standing on. Okay? So for cases like this where it is a wide highway rather, and there are signs on each side, that is most likely intended for the whole road. So for this one, okay, these signs here with the green arrows. Sample speed limits or the examples here presented are for speed limits for a specific road where all value is 100. Then put it like this. But through this, though it may still be subjected to change, we are still confirming the other details for the customer for this one. All right. So another example here, this non-relevant signs here. This one as well, since it's pertaining to the vehicles going inside or turning right this way. So that's not relevant. Next slide. Right, so we have statements. All right, so this is an optional attribute which should be used to link two bounding boxes that label the same traffic sign on all road marked. Since our tasks are multi-camera, you will be, or there will be times that you'll be able to see a single sign in more than one camera view. So, though it's optional, we still need to apply it as optional means when applicable for linking with other annotations of a same object from other camera frame or camera or frame. Alright, so for this example, the example here is this one. The pink bounding boxes. So the pink bounding boxes here, there's pink bounding boxes here. All label different views of the same sign in one on each of the cameras. So therefore, same as attribute should link all three signs. So here's the catch. Please pay attention since most of the past audits we have in the past couple of days are still having this same error. So please take note of this one. For the if you see it here for the first, second, and third camera, so we have to start on the first camera. So if you see it here, the first camera needs to be linked to the second camera. Okay. So for the second camera or the object in the second camera needs to be linked on the same item that is shown or the same object shown on the third camera. All right. Now here's the confusing part where some link the third camera object, linked it back to the second camera, which is not so. So it should be the object on the third camera should be linked on the first camera for this case. So that's first, second, third, and then you have to go back to first camera. Right? So I hope that's very clear to everyone. If you still get confused, we have the instructions available. Right? So don't worry. You can always go back to the instructions. And also, feel free to ask questions just in case you have confusions with your tasks. Okay? So, next slide. Alright, so temporary sign material. Temporary sign material refers to a type of temporary traffic sign where it is a board or a digital sign. Right? So we have regular, digital, and then other unknown. So for regular, it's the traffic signs that are not bolted on the ground and can be easily moved, usually of yellow and orange backgrounds, sometimes also on wheels. Next, we have digital signs with dynamic messages that are displayed on LED or LED or similar screen. They are typically used for temporary information such as active road closures, lane merges, or warnings about upcoming hazards. And unlike static signs, these use illuminated text, symbols, or annotations, which is often in amber or red, and usually on a black background. So next, they are commonly mounted on overhead gantries or roadside poles and are used for real-time updates such as speed limits, lane closures, weather alerts, or detour instructions. So it's actually this one here, these ones. These are actually left. All right, so going back. Okay, and then we have other unknown. Okay, so next we have speed value. Right, so speed value is an attribute used to indicate specific maximum or minimum speed limits displayed on the sign. Okay, only applicable to explicit sign speed signs. Rather, right? So end of maximum speed and end of minimum speed. So for we have options of less than 20, and then select this value if uh, speed value is lower than 20. And then we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, and then 130. And then there's unspecified, in which it can't be read or seen properly for this case. Okay, so that's very self-explanatory. And then next we have description. So description is a free text attribute used to describe the conditions of the traffic sign. So this applicable to explicit maximum speed signs with supplementary condition sign or conditional sign. So we have arrow, which is MA not applicable for this one. It's not applicable. And then we have a distance or area. For this one, we have we can just type in the number shown here. For this one, 400 meters, type in 400 meters, and then 800 meters. And then for this one, at 24 kilometers. And then for this one, ends in number, and then M. Right? So just in case you'll be encountering these signs in the future for your live tasks. And then time and season for this one. New school zone, which is not applicable for this one rather. And then we have the vehicle category for this one. This one here. Right? And then we have three more others where it's weather condition, and then other unknown, and we have not present when no applicable supplementary sign is present. All right, so next slide. So we have arrow condition type. Okay, description would be is a free text attribute used to describe the conditions of traffic sign. Which this for this case, which is applicable to condition and arrow signs. So for this one, we have uh, left arrow and then right arrow. It's very self-explanatory. And pushing up, then pushing down. Next slide. And then we have um, vehicle condition types. So if you see these vehicles here, just make sure it would match with the options we have here. Also with this one here. All right. Okay. So next we have weather condition type. Okay. So for weather condition type, this one's here. We have the examples here. For snow, it's this one. So it means you have to slow down for this one. There's a speed limit sign and then symbol. And for this one, level, which means fog. And then we have wet road for this one. This one here. And then we have wind and then other unknown for this one. The other options would be icy road and then we have rain. Alright, so next we have traffic sign. So a traffic sign is a sign put up beside or above roads to give information or instructions to road users. These signs provide vital information for safe and efficient traffic flow. So including regulations, warnings, and guidance. So traffic signs in these tasks are divided into three categories, which is permanent, temporary, and then gantry. So for the permanent traffic signs, these are signs bolted to the ground and cannot be moved. So that's very self-explanatory actually. So next will be temporary traffic signs, which are not permanently fixed or bolted on the ground and are easily movable. Um, in which examples would be mounted on stands, tripods, cones, or wheeled bases. Okay? And they often have a yellow or orange backgrounds indicating temporary warnings or guidance. This may also be mounted on wheels or lightweight frames for quick relocation. These signs are typically used in construction zones, road maintenance areas, or for temporary traffic control and are meant to be deployed and removed as conditions change. Okay? So next slide. Next we have gantry traffic signs. So we have overhead gantry are overhead structures that span across the width of the road and then supports large signs that convey information, warnings, or regulations to drivers. These are often used on highways, multi-lane roads, or at complex intersections to provide clear visibility for multiple lanes or traffic. This can also include variable message signs, or VMS, that display real-time information such as traffic conditions, lane closures, or speed limits. So next we have then the access. So under access we have labeled weight limit. So these are some examples here. So there's 5.5 tons. So numbers may vary for this case. We have 2 meters and 3 meters, and with this one, this is actually a truck. Truck size limit to be exact. All right. So next we have condition. So conditional signs are those attached to other traffic signs which make the said sign only applicable under certain conditions. So only labeled conditional signs attached to any sign belonging to the parking prohibitory and waiting or stopping classes, or the explicit max speed sign. These or the rest not mentioned, please ignore their conditional signs attached conditional signs. All right. So these are some examples here. Usually, conditional signs also have small size rectangular shape with white background and black font symbols or characters. Just like this one here. This one's. You see it here. This one small text here. I don't know if it's visible on your end. It says Monday to Friday. All right. So that's date and time. That's as also stated here in the previous slide. All right. So let's date and time. This one, or time and season to be exact. All right. So moving on to the next slide. So another example or other examples here. We have arrows, the distance area, date time, school, vehicle category, weather condition, other unknown condition, and then we have right turn ahead, left turn ahead, right turn here, left turn here. So don't confuse these signs with these ones here. Okay. All right. So straight ahead or right turn, and then straight ahead or left turn, and then we have turn left or right. Okay. So next we have roundabout, keep left, keep right, then drive on hard shoulder, and then no driving on hard shoulder, and then clear hard shoulder for this one here. And then end of all restrictions here, end of bicycle street, end of bicycle zone, end of maximum speed, and end of minimum speed, and then we have end of overtaking prohibited for all vehicles. Next, we have this ones here. This one, restricted parking, end of traffic count area, and then end of priority road for this one, end of parking zone, and then for this one, please don't get confused with these type of signs. Some are still seen having wrong attributes for this one. So please don't confuse yourselves. Okay, so next we have this ones here. Parking on sidewalks, parking zone, no parking, road closed, no entry, no pedestrian traffic, no U-turn. And no stopping taxi zone, and then one way, no overtaking prohibited for all vehicles for this one. Overtaking prohibited for motor truck vehicles, and prohibited for vehicles over 3.5 tons. And then we have these signs as well. Okay? They're very self-explanatory actually. Next, we have sidewalk, shared sidewalk, traffic count area. And then we have speed limits here. These are the examples. And then implicit maximum speed, explicit minimum speed, and then these signs, right? Which are very common, especially this one, the priority road sign is very common. All right. We have right of way, This one also is very common, as well as the school bus stop. So please take note of these signs. And then we have stop sign. So next we have warning signs. So these are examples of warning signs. So warning traffic signs are road signs that alert drivers to potential hazards or visual conditions ahead on the road. These signs are crucial for road safety, and they give drivers time to react to upcoming situations, such as curves, intersections, pedestrian crossings, or animal crossings. They are typically triangular in shape with a red border and black symbols or text on a white yellow background. Alright? So all of these examples shown here should be labeled as warning signs regardless. Okay? For this one. And for this one here, please do take note of these signs here. These are not warning signs. This one here is the right of way, and then this one should be give way. Okay. So other unknown description, which details do we want to include here? So optional attribute if our labelers can't identify the sign, so if we're not able to identify it, and then date time restrictions. Alright. Okay, so we next we have road markings. So it's actually very self-explanatory. So road markings are very visual symbols, rather. Lines or text applied on the surface of the road to provide guidance information or warnings to drivers and pedestrians. They serve as critical component of traffic control, communicating regulations and directions that ensure safe and efficient movement. So in our task, the only markings to be labeled are maximum speed limits. So you might see other sign or other road marking signs shown on your task. So we only need to label maximum speed limits for the road markings, just like the example shown here. Okay. Okay. So I think that's it for the slides. So let me go back to the hold on. The common errors. Okay. All right. So for the common errors, again, you still see a lot of folks having this type of error. So this one here. This ones. So please do make sure to observe the rules on these type of attributes. All right. I hope this very clear to everyone, especially reviewers. For the attempters, it would be much easier if you please do your best in reviewing and familiarizing yourself with the instructions, since these information are already stated in the instructions, as well as the clarification document. Okay, so for this ones, especially this one here, this one, a lot are still being seen having errors, which is adjacent left or adjacent right, or not relevant. Okay? So please do observe these ones here. And also, try and check this one. In fact, little still, we still see a couple of tasks having this error. So again, reminder for that one. So for this one, this is actually wrong. road marking. It should be road marking. And then uh, this one also. Please do take note of this one. Don't confuse yourselves. So this one as well. Okay. And I think that sums up everything. So, oh, this one also. So for this one, please do make sure that you need to link uh, the objects across the three cameras we have here, as well as for your tasks. So please do make sure that the objects seen on all three cameras are linked. Okay. So again, that's from the starting from the first camera. It should be linked to the second, and then linked to the third. The second link to the third, and then the third link to the first. Okay. Please do remember that. All right, this one. So it should be this one. Just like this one. So I hope everyone understood that one. And I think that's it for the presentation and discussion for today. So, Sir Christian, do you have anything to add? Ma'am Nina?
Hi. Yeah, thank you so much, Boss Gianni. So, yeah, that was very informative. I hope everyone had like a refresher with our project. And yes, we have an attendance for this session. So we will be, and also you're not belonging in the whole active project. So by next week, hopefully there will be like a new hiring for those that missed the training this week, and for those that will be like joining the project. Hopefully they will be like accepting outside CVs. For now, wait for the next for now wait for the next training. And sir, this makes you mention about the LinkedIn. Okay.
So, Christian, pwede mag-share screen.
Yeah, sure. You can share screen.
Okay,
Well, I check the demo task. This is for today, for today's session.
Sir,
Yes.
ask ko lang, sir, ang pag-box ba niya, sir, dito lang talaga itong blue or pati yung parang may bakal, pinaka-holder sa
Just the blue one.
the blue one, sir? Okay, sir. Tapos, sir, yung time ko, sir, yung task expire, kanina ko pa tinatrabaho to, bumabalik siya sa 5 hours, hindi ko masubmit, baka sabihin, spamming ako.
No, that's okay.
Okay lang, sir.
Mm.
Thank you.
Sige.
Ang sir, napan na niyo akong DM?
Di ko ka-check DM ron ba? Dagang gig DMs.
Atong task ID na akong isang karot.
Ang para asa man na.
Ang spam mo.
Okay, itong nag-spam. Sige. Ako rin na siyang lang taon niya.
Sige, sige.
Itong mag-spam para makakuha na to. Dari sige pag.
Also, guys, please double check the necessary signs that we need to ignore. So this is to minimize the errors you're omitting on your task. Kasi it will greatly impact the quality of your quality score, So worst case scenario, if your quality score is too low, you might be subjected for project removal. So we don't want that to happen. Okay. So please review the instructions as well as the clarification or the documents that are available for you. Thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's mostly it for today. Let's call it a day for now, and let's have like a discussion tomorrow for our daily sync. So tomorrow we'll be discussing a lot of things. But for now, I'll share you the recent update with our customer clarification, and we'll be also uploading the new. It is not updated yet because they are still uploading this. So let's wait for now. So for this one, this shall be labeled. I think this is like access with limit or size limit. I don't know the exact character, but it's either of those. This one, since this type of sign is still within the Ego main road, we will be putting this one as adjacent. But since it is still, we will be putting that one as adjacent, right? This one will be Ego lane with this will be annotated with Ego lane relevance. And these ones, just as stated yesterday, if ever we encounter Ganti signs, I mean arrow signs, this one, for now, if they are under an official sign that is included on the conditional label, which is this one, the prohibitory parking, waiting, stopping, and explicit maximum speed, we will be annotating them as conditional sign and link them together. However, if we encounter arrow only signs, like for example this one, like it is not under this one, or this one, then we'll be annotating them as other unknown, which is wait, oops. Which is this one. For example, we'll be annotating it as this one, other unknown. Okay. Like that. And under sample is here. This one. So will be other unknown for this one. And this one all will be ignored since we are not annotating this track here. It is included on the document. Okay. Which is this one's here. Okay, then we'll be ignoring this one. This one is ignore. And for these ones, the gantry signs that look like this, so they have like an update with this one. If we encounter like gantry signs with somehow the same description with conditional labels, we'll be separating them. This one will have like a label of roadworks, and this one will have like a label of conditional sign. As long as the sign above is included on the conditional labeling. Okay. Let's put this here. Okay. As long as the sign is included in the conditional label. This one will be adjacent left lane because it is indicating that area. So this road marker will have adjacent lane relevance. These ones are ignored for now. And this one, I don't know if you can see it, but this is like an end of or entrance of an implicit of a city. So this will have ego lane relevance even though the sign is here, because since it is relevant to all lanes for exit or entrance of a city. So it applies to both all of the lanes. Okay, and yeah, so as much as we want to cater all of your questions now, I think it won't end, and we have like a lot of things to do for now. Please utilize the I'll end the recording. For now, please utilize the forums, chat on the GC, and also what's that? And also see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow the same time. Then we will be discussing a lot of your clarifications tomorrow. Yeah, I agree with it's very difficult if we cannot like send you the recording, but we are doing our best to like have an alternative where we can share to you guys the recording, and we are currently doing it now, and we're just like waiting for an approval from the higher ups to like share the documents with you.
Sir, na ko yes.
Yes.
Kani ba naka-encounter kay nani nga sign nito nga highway ang sign tapos na siya arrow nanyo. Edit na nako. Napainana yung kon mo.
Share screen, sir.
Send him to step board.
So ay sakit lang.
Ara.
Ignore that.
Ignore lang ba?
I would like to highlight this one, guys. Like, please, like, literally, just check our handbook and clarification docs. The questions that you chat right now and the questions in your review forums are actually here already on our document. You can see on the part of the instruction here the signs to be ignored, and if you like just like check all of them, they're actually like the questions that you've asked, so they are here. Just check all of the materials that we have provided and also backread the announcements here. So most of your questions are actually answered already. Yes, tomorrow let's have another session, and also to highlight this one, wait, I'll send you something. Okay, so I'm sorry if we will be like ending early today. We have a lot of audits, like there's like a lot of demand from our side, and we need to like finish all of those before 3 p.m. And as much as we want to cater all your free concerns, actually there are a lot of you. You're like around 600 to us, and you will be like be increasing starting next week. And if for those that don't, I mean an introduction here, where before you start your task, you can like see this one, right? Just click this one, okay, and download it. Okay, save it in your file, so you will know that that is the latest instruction. If there's like an updates table here, and you will see like the recent date. So what we can suggest for now, since we have no alternative of sharing the documents with you, you should be checking on a daily basis the updates table if there's like a new date here. So a date here of September 12, then yeah, just download the file on a daily basis so that you will have an updated version of the handbook. Okay. Yes, we'll be having a training next week, but its schedule is yet to be announced. Okay, and yeah, for those that are live and notas, you might be disabled. Just DM me so that I can run to later, but I cannot check now because there are a lot of DM from you guys. So you can actually DM the other QMs because. This one, please check this on the handbook. It is on the handbook. Like, just check the handbook. It is very, like, this one is new. So, I think I'll be adding this on the clarification doc. So, for now, I think this one should not be annotated. Just ignore that for now. And let's add that here. Okay, so, well, let's start asking this later. Tomorrow.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, di ba katong araw ito nga wala siya nakatungod sa gantry sign nga explicit, di ba unknown other man to siya? And then, kung nakatungod siya, sir, kung nasa sa kuhan siya, condition siya, no? Araw.
Ano yun? Sorry?
I mean, kung nasa sa ubos sa gantry sign nga explicit.
Conditional.
Conditional siya, no?
Since explicit is under the conditional label.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, nasa handbook to, sino to? Lovey Jane. So, sige, let's see if wala ba siya sa handbook. Okay. So your questions are usually in the handbook now. So just like really check the instructions, guys, because everything is already provided and most of your questions are actually like indicated already here. So you really need to like check. So it's either this one. So let's check your, your it's going to that side. And on the handbook, it's the same with this one and this one, right? So it's actually in the handbook. Okay, so uh, link context and answer for now. Yes, yeah, actually I can give you like a brief, guys. First thing you need to really identify is find the frame where most of the annotations are present in the camera. So for example, on frame one, the only present one for this object is on frame one, right? Like I'm on camera two, right? And then frame one and frame two, it is not like enabled yet. Frame two, all of them are present, and frame three, only one. Okay, so that means we will be linking on the frame two because that is most of the time that they're present. So there will be time the only two is present. For example, in frame one, only one is present. Frame two, only two are present, and frame three, only one is present. Then we will choose frame two because that is the frame where a lot of the object is like present. Like the object itself is present on two cameras. So that is like much like ang tawag dyan, it has more number than the other cameras. So for in this case, it has three cameras. So if you want to link, the first method that we can do is, the first thing that we need to consider first is we really need to link that the off frame 2 or this object here. And this object here, the annotation here of the object should have the ID or link the ID of camera 3. And camera 3 annotation should have the ID of camera 1. Okay? So on a beginner's method, this is how we do it. You click, since we want the task ID of the second annotation, click it, check the oops, I cannot edit it right now, but let's try. Like click it. So if you click it, its task ID, its ID is to A76, right? So go back to this one and go to same as, find to A76, which is this one. So now they're linked together. So camera 1 already has the ID of frame 2. So now let's go to frame 2 and we will link the ID 9A47. So let's go here, find 9A47. So now they're linked. Now for frame 3, we have we will link it to frame camera 1, this one, which is C189. So go back to this and click C189. So now they are linked together. So you will know that they are linked if you click P, like if you click here then click P, so it will like highlight, there's like more highlight here, then click here, so it will go from left to right, that one, and going back again to that one. So you will know that you link it properly if it went to this direction. Okay, and you can also check that. So do you understand that? Good. Now there's another method, which is some may get confused, but actually it is the same thing. It's just another way around. Okay. So the other way around, this is like much more for an advanced CB. So remember that we will be linking it by this method, right? So what we did earlier is like a much simpler method, but it is like much. It takes more time because you need to really check. The faster way is to click first the third copy using Control C. That one. Go to the second camera. So but yeah, copy this one 79A47. Then go here, then click Control F. See it will highlight, right? So it is actually like a shortcut, like you linking 9847 here, and the same was one here. Click copy, then this one also, the camera one. Go to this third part, then link it here. So this is pretty much useful when we have already a lot of annotations, in order for us to not get confused with a lot of IDs. Okay, but it is still the same method. Notice that it is still the same task ID that we linked earlier. And if you check, clicking P, it highlights the annotation, and click first the annotation, then click P. It highlights, then click here on the same as attribute. It will has the same direction. So do you get it? Are you still confused with that other method? Can you type 5 if you get it now? Okay, so that's how you link them. Now, other thing to consider when you link a task is you need to be careful with the same type of task ID. I mean, the same type of object. Like for example, we have like a conditional sign here. Let's just say like this one. Like notice that I'm not sure this one. No. So for example, we have like two conditional signs here. I'll just put this one as a conditional sign for now, just for the sake of example. The conditional sign one. So there will be times where like if you link this one, this is like a conditional sign, right? And let's just say it is a vehicle type of conditional sign. Oops. Just say it's a vehicle type, so that they can be the same. So there will be times that you get confused. Like for example, I'm planning to link this to this because it's the camera one, but instead of linking 0C1D, I link this other vehicle type, which is 2069. You need to be careful with that because it will show like these are like, usually they are like near to each other. So that's why you really need to be careful with linking the same type of signs, because you might link this to T069, but they are different from 0C1D. So that's what I'm saying. Like if they're different type of sign, there's a chance that there's a chance of you like linking the wrong one, each camera. So it should be like the same object, literally just the same object, but different annotations. So do you get that? Do you get that you need to be careful with the same type of ID? Can you type 6? Okay, good. So other questions with the linking? Are you still confused? Do you have questions with linking? Okay, nice. Okay, so since it's not 12 yet, then let's run through with intersections so that you will not be confused anymore with future ego. Let's wait lang guys. Wait. Okay. So let's go with intersections. Now notice on our, I think I'm lagging. Am I lagging? Low. Am I sharing my screen? I think I'm not sharing my screen.
Wala sir, wala.
Yeah, I'm lagging guys. Just interrupt me if I'm delay. Yeah, you can see my screen now, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So with regards to intersections, so if you check our there they. So if you check our attribute, which we calls the like we call the ego future. This one, ego future. Okay. So what does ego future means? Ego future is applied when there is like an intersection. So basically, it means like if we know that if we know that the sign is going to that area, then we will be using ego future for that on that sign on its earlier frames. Okay. Sorry. And usually ego future are used when there are intersections and roundabouts. So let's discuss first what are the types of intersections. So let's draw it. Okay. So first we have the T intersection. Okay. So you will encounter this type of intersections soon. We also have the Y. This type of intersection. We also have the cross. Okay. So it's a bit bendy. These ones are, I don't know how to call them, but they are intersections also. So we consider these ones as intersections. Okay. Now, moving forward, if you receive a new task, if you receive a new task, guys, you should run the scene first from frame 1 to 3. Okay, so let's say, for example, our task has 3 frames, so it is applicable also for 3 frames. It is also applicable for 10 frames. So when you run the scene from frame 1 to 3, you will know already what is the direction of the ego vehicle, so that you will also know what signs you will be putting ego future. So for example, we have sign here, we have sign here, signs here, and sign here. If you run the scene from frame 1 to 3, okay, so this is on the frame 1, the ego vehicle is still within the boundary. So for example, in frame 1, it is still within the boundary. Frame 2, it is frame 1 here, frame 2 here, and frame 3, it is already here. Now on frame 1, the ego vehicle is still within the boundary. Okay? So since it is still within the boundary, but we know already because we already run the scene that it is going to this side. Now this one, since on the frame 1, we will put this one as ego lane. Okay? This one, since we already know that it will be going forward to this part, we will be putting this one as ego future for the first frame. This will be ego future in the first frame. This one, since we know that they are not like going to that side, the ego vehicle, it's going here, then this one will be not relevant on the first frame, not relevant on the first frame. On the second frame, the ego vehicle is already outside the border, and we can see that it is tilting or going to this side. So in frame 2, this sign will be ignored already because it will not be seen anymore. This one will be not relevant, this one will be not relevant, and this one on the second frame, it will be ego lane already, because we already know that though it is in the center part, it is still already going to this area. On the third frame, where it is outside the border of the first frame, this one will be ego lane, of course, because it's already in the ego lane. Ignore, and these ones will be ignored already because we cannot see them anymore, right? Okay, so second scenario, like first, we have the signs, we have the sign here, we also have the sign here. Okay, so for example, on the first one, on the first frame, it is still within this one. Like if and we run the scene, it is going to this area here. Okay, first, second, and third frame. Okay. On first frame, it's still within the boundary. So this one will have ego future because we already know that eventually it will go here. This one will have not relevant. Second frame, it is in the center but already going to that side and already outside the border. Then this one will already have ego future and this one will be not relevant if still can be seen. And the third frame, outside border, this will be ego lane and this one will be ignored because I think this cannot be seen anymore. Now for crossing, let's say that this is the boundary here. We have our ego vehicle here. We have the sign here. And the third part is already here. So the first frame, where it is still within the boundary, all of them, I mean these three, will have not relevant. Okay, not relevant, but have ego future because we know that it is going eventually to this side. Second frame, though it is in the center, we already know that it is going there, so this will be ego lane. This ones will be not relevant. And third frame, this will be ego lane also, but this will be ignored already because we cannot see them anymore. So it depends on the case. On cases where the ego vehicle is going straight, like for example, in the first frame within the boundary, we already know that it is within the boundary. Second frame here and the third frame here. In the second frame where it is outside already, of course in the first frame, it should be ego future here. The two signs should be ego future. These ones will be not relevant. These ones will be not relevant. Second frame, though it is in the center, we know you can still put them as ego lane already. Okay, and if they are within the ego lane, then put them as ego lane. The rest not relevant. And for example, let's just say we have the sign here, and we also have the sign here, and the boundary is here. The ego vehicle is here. Okay, so the direction is going straight. So frame 1 here, frame 2 here, and frame 3 here. Okay, in the frame 1 within boundary, this one will be having ego future. Okay, even though it is a straight line, as long as there's an intersection, we will be still considering it as ego future. Okay, even though there's like a straight line here. And this one will be not relevant. Of course, frame 2, as long as we know that it is going straight, eventually, I mean, it is obvious in the second frame that it is going straight, then this is going to be ego. This will be not relevant, and ego, then if it can be seen, then put not relevant. And on cases where there's a sign here, sign here, there's a sign here, and we have like ego vehicle here. Frame 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So in the frame 1, this will be ego future. Though it is like in this side here, or even in this side, okay, this will still be gonna be not relevant because we know that it is not going to that side because we run the scene. This second frame, this will have the ego future as long as ego, as long as you know that it is going to this side. Then third frame, it's gonna be ego, and just not relevant these ones. Okay. Okay. Good. So the last one, we still have 2 minutes, are the roundabouts. So for the roundabouts, you usually encounter roundabouts like this. Okay. So let's say that this is the center of the road. Then this will be like the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and maybe the fifth, this one. So this is the boundary here. We have sign here, also have a sign here. So say that we have a sign here, have a sign here, maybe a sign here or a sign here. No, this one here, sign. This one sign, this one sign. Okay. Yeah, then this one. And this one. Okay, so these are a lot of signs. So let's just say we have 10 frames. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. So Now, I'll just put it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So if we run the scene, for example, in frame 1, this is, when we run the scene, it went to like this. And ended on this part. Okay. So, this will be like frame 1. This will be like frame 2, frame 3, frame 4, frame 5, frame 6, frame 7, frame 8, frame 9, frame 10. Okay. So on frame 1, on frame 1, okay, this will be the ego lane relevance. On frame 1, okay, this will be ego lane, this will be ego future, this will be ego future, this will be not relevant, this will be ego future, this will be not relevant, this will be ego future. Yes? On frame 2, this will be ignored because it can't be seen anymore. This will be ego lane, this will be ego lane, this will be not relevant, this will be ego future, this will be not relevant, this will be ego future, the both. Then this one also is not relevant because we know that the scene is only limited to this and we did not see it pass through here. Frame 3, the same. Ego lane, not relevant, ego future, not relevant, ego future, not relevant. Frame 5, where we already know it is going here, this ones will be ignored already because cannot be seen. This one will be not relevant. This one will be ego lane, not relevant, ego future, not relevant. Frame 6, I think this will be ignored already because they cannot be seen. Ego, not relevant, ego future, not relevant. Frame 7, the same. Ego, not relevant, ego future, and this one will be not relevant. Frame 8, where we know it is going straight already, then this one will be not relevant, or if still can be seen. If not, do not annotate anymore. This ones will be ego lane, not relevant, and the same in 9 and 10. They will be ego lane, and not relevant. Now, okay, last one for the conditional signs. The thing that you need to consider with conditional signs, guys, is first please familiarize this part here. Okay, go to the instruction, click condition. It will go you to the object. Then memorize this part here. Only label conditional signs attached to any sign belonging to either parking, prohibitory, waiting or stopping, and explicit max speed. Any type of sign not mentioned here should not have a conditional sign. If they are not here, then and they have conditional sign, then they should explicit max speed, and they have conditional signs under them, then we should be labeling them as conditional sign. Okay? Do you get that? You need to memorize that one. Can you type 8 if you get that? Okay. All right. Then the next one, if you already encountered that sign, so if you already identified in the conditional labeling, then the next thing that you will identify is what category of conditional sign does that a conditional sign here. Okay. And you will select traffic sign and condition. So we have actually a lot of which has like if ever like there's like a conditional sign not involved in these categories here, then and also does not have any type of it, then we will be selecting unknown. And it is actually stated in the handbook already, like what are those type of signs, conditional signs. So we have actually samples here. Okay. Conditional signs are usually rectangular, white shape, and usually they're square. Sometimes they're square, and they indicate like a supplemental data, like they support a sign. Like for example here, okay. So this means that this specific sign is only applicable for trucks, something like that. So they are like supplemental data. So that's how you identify them. Okay. And conditional signs also has description. So some signs have description, and this is how you put descriptions. So there's like, for example, if you select a conditional sign under unknown category, you will be having to like put the characters that you saw here. Okay, that means putting literally what you see on the image. Okay, so if you encounter like conditional signs that has like a lot of details in it, like for example monthly, this is like date and time, so separate them using square bracket when you type in the text box. Separate using comma and square bracket, and the dash line shall be converted into a semicolon. Okay, and if it is like the same, like okay, and yeah, that's actually how that's conditional sign. So if what you mean, itry ka ng pag-link, itry to fill out ang attributes sir sa kilid sa ganun ka ng pag-link. What do you mean? I actually did that earlier, so this one. So anyways, goods na sir, lagi sakto mga una tayo balik-balik na akong discussion, but I think most of it are actually like discussed already. So that's why I really encourage you guys to join on our daily syncs, because most of your questions are actually answered like on a daily basis. Like I've been teaching this like almost every day, but it's okay on our side because we want you to learn. But it's just like we don't want to like spoon feed you with everything, most especially if your questions are like in the handbook now. Like they're actually in the clarification docs. They're actually like threaded already in the remove forums and already on the hand instructions, and the questions keeps repeating, like keeps popping, and like as if you're not like reading the handbook. So it's we really need to read everything, the materials that are provided to you. Okay, and please join on the daily sync. So see you again tomorrow 10 a.m.
Sir, last sir. Ready pa. Share screen pack po, sir.
Sige. Share screen. Ano din ta?
Kana sir, na scene sir. Ang akong i-annotate sir, kanirang sa first o pati yung nasa malayo na mga signs.
Yes, it is.
Magpapasok siya. Okay sir. Thank you.
Sige. Yeah, so I know some of you guys are mag-share screen muna ako. Like I think we have newbies here who don't know how to annotate. So this will be like the last one, okay? So if you want to annotate it, for example, I will annotate this one, okay? I'll delete this for now. Okay. So the first thing you need to identify if you want to annotate a task is wag na lang pala ito. Like cancel ko na lang. Cancel. So first thing you need to so first thing you need to identify if you want to annotate an object. So for example, this is our object of annotation. Like we want to annotate this one because this one is a traffic related sign. Click T, okay? I'm zooming using my scroll bar or mouse wheel. Click T so that you will enable the annotation mode. Then check the pixel size. So if it is above 15 by 15, then for this case it is not qualified. So let's move back. Then go to the next frame. So for example, this one. So we'll be annotating this. So I'll delete this one for now. Okay, delete. Okay, click P and drag it. You can see the pixel size above 15 by 15. So it is like qualified. Then select end of city because it's end of city. That one. Then just fill up the attributes. Let's just say this one is permanent, readable, false, relevance is ego, permanent sign. That one. Then if you go to the next frame using square bracket as your like next frame, you will actually see that it is still existing on the next frame for that the same camera. Okay, so go back to that annotation, go to the next frame, click this one, that one. Okay, click that so that you can go next frame. So first click this annotation, click next frame, then click P. So it will show you like the recent annotation. So drag that and drag it. Click P again so that you can zoom. Click P again so that you can annotate. It should be like this. Like by clicking that, you will know that it is also activated in the next frame. Click P, zoom out, click so that you can next frame, something like that. Okay, that's how you annotate. So do you get it? Do you get that, guys? Can you type 8? Okay, so I think we're all good now. So do we agree that we should be ending now? I know that you still have a lot of questions, but please, we can actually discuss that tomorrow. Okay? So have a nice lunch, have a nice day, and may natanong na naman how to link. So kaka-discuss ko lang, but bye.
Tapon. Dapat, sir.
Wala na di ay.
Baka nakatindan.
Late, Yate, lagi.
Atay ka niya.
Lagi attendance.
Naraw? Namungod.
Asa,
Gisin na lang.
ay ano mo na, mato mo nang naka-hold. Ay, naraday.
Kanig yung haniyo. Ikaw, mura kaya kung mo, bantay ka lang gada.
September 12 mo na eh. Lamat bay.
Bina. Insang masa ni haniyo ah. Ginsaban mo, okay lang na ako. Shit. Kawatan mo kayo kaya. Alay, dere.
Ate, wala mo yung line firm. Wala mo yung line firm. Tapos liya. Ate mo kami.
Wala, loyal may.
Ay, loyal na ako.
Loyal may siya. Kay.
Umayo kayo mo sa. Idol lang mo.
Yaw, dagdan mo yung kaila ko sa kuha dere. Pwede ng attendance. Ayun, sige, TikTok lagi. Kinsa man ginayang niyo? Paliyo ko, niyo. Diyan mo ngalan. Pero sa Facebook din. Huwag may ngalan sa Facebook lagi.